morning, students of class 9. In my previous class, I have already explained about gravitation. When we throw the ball above, after reaching to certain extent, it again falls towards the earth. So any object when thrown above, it goes up to certain height and it falls again towards the earth. Why? It is due to the attraction of the earth, which is called the gravitation. Regarding the Newton's law, whatever Newton discovered, looking at the falling of an apple, he explained why it so happened. At the same time, you have already studied that the motion of the moon around the earth and the motion of the planets around the sun, all these concern to gravitation. These things, these phenomena, whatever happen in our daily life, it is already explained in detail. Today, I shall discuss about the universal law of gravitation. What is universal law of gravitation? My dear students, every object in the universe attracts every other object with a force. Again, I repeat, every object in the universe attracts every other object with a force which is proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the objects. This is universal law. Every object in the universe attracts each other. You can see here, three objects. This one also attracts this one. This one also attracts this one. This one is also attracted by this one. This one is attracted by this one. So all this attraction is due to this gravitation. And every object in the universe attracts each other. Every other object attracts every other object with a force which is proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the two objects. The force along the line joining the centers, you can see here, there are two objects A and B, and these are the centers. So this is the line joining the centers of two objects. Consider or let two objects here, A and B. A having mass capital M, B having mass small a. And both the objects are lying at a distance of d. You can see here d. That is the distance between the two centers of A and B. So let the force of attraction, of between A and B be F. Suppose A and B attracting each other with a force F. So according to the universal law of gravitation, the force between the two objects is directly proportional to the masses, that is M, capital M and small m. So you can write here in this way, M is directly proportional to the capital M into small m. So here we have already considered the attraction between the two, it is capital M. So according to the universal law of gravitation, the force between the two objects A and B is directly proportional to the product of their masses, A, capital M and small m. It can be written in this form. Capital M is directly proportional to small capital M into small m. Suppose this is equation number 1. But the force between the two objects, is inversely proportional to the distance between the two objects A and B. This is the distance. We have considered the distance between them is small d. So, according to the law of universal law of gravitation, we shall write here the force between the two objects is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the two objects. So we have written that A is inversely proportional to 1 upon B square. Suppose this is equation number 2. Now, if we combine both the objects 1 and 2, we get A is proportional to the capital M into small m divided by B square. Combining both these, equation number 1 and A is proportional to A into A divided by B square. Suppose this is question number 3. Now, here capital G, we have considered it as the universal gravitational constant. So, we can write here or F is equal to G, M, capital M into small m divided by B square, where G is the universal gravitational constant. G is constant proportionality. So this is equation number 4. Equation number 1, A is directly proportional to capital M into small m. Number 2, A is inversely proportional to 1 upon B square. Equation number 2. Equation number 3, A is proportional to capital M into small m divided by B square. Equation number 3. And A is equal to capital G, A into A divided by B square. Here G is the constant proportionality, or also called universal gravitational constant. We can write here by cross multiplication. Now by crosswise multiplication, what do we get? If we multiply A d square, so A d square is equal to G into capital A into small m. So A d square is equal to G into A into m. Now G is equal to A d square divided by capital M into small m, and this is equal to equation number 5. By substituting, what is the unit of G? That is, what is the unit of gravitational constant? Universal gravitational constant. Replacing the unit of force, distance and the mass. What do we get? As we know, the unit of force is Newton, unit of distance is meter, and unit of mass is kilo. Obviously, replacing the units of force, distance and mass, the value of G according to the Henry Cavendish discovered this SI unit and the value of G. We get here SI unit of G is Newton meter square kg to the power negative 2. Why? A, that is the force, that is Newton. D, that is the distance, so meter, so meter square, and mass by, that is kg, so m into m, so kg square, so negative, because it is as denominator. Denominator goes up, so plus kg square, now kg to the power negative 2. At the same time, what is the value of G? Henry Cavendish scientists point out the value of G, and it is 6.673 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square, 10 to the power negative 2. This is the value of G. Now, the law is universal. This law is universal, already mentioned. So, applicable to all bodies. This is applicable to all bodies. This law, universal law of gravitation, is applicable to all bodies, whether it is a big or small, whether it is a celestial body or a terrestrial body. So, up to this, the next, it is also known to you what are the importance I have already discussed. What is the importance of this gravitation, universal law of gravitation? What is its importance? My dear students, as we walk on the earth, we run, we play, we swim, and we jump and so on, various activities. So, the force that binds us to the earth, it is due to this gravitation. The force that binds us to the earth, it is due to this gravitation. Number 2, the motion of the moon around the earth, it is also due to this gravitation. Number 3, all major planets, those revolve around the sun in different orbits, it is also due to this gravitation. The rise and fall on seas, that is the tides. Tides is also due to the moon and the sun, the gravitation of moon and the sun. So these are the importance of this universal law of gravitation, and this is the numerical, the formula to find out the G. This is the formula. G is equal to capital F square divided by capital M into small m. Also, the value of G and the SI unit of G. The SI unit of G is Newton meter square, kg to the power minus 2, and according to the scientist Henry Cavendish, the value of G is equal to 6.673 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square, kg to the power minus 2, or negative. That's all for today.